Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Nat Walsh. Today we are involved in a little blog hop with a brand new craft mat. Mental note, do not put hot food or hot laptops on my craft mat because the last one didn't really like it. So we've got a brand new one from Lincraft. So it was on special, so bonus. We've got this Kaisercraft Wildflower paper pad. The blog hop is using your pattern paper, but I'm going to show you how I use my scraps. My favorite way to use scraps. This paper pad is really, really pretty, and what you'll see is panels like that have like a resist already. There's another one with some sentiments, and what you can do is you can sponge it on and sponge your own color and make it all come out doing a embossed resist look. This is an older paper pad. As I said, it's Kaisercraft. It's super sweet. Problem with Kaisercraft sometimes is that they do one run and that's it, which is a little bit, it is what it is, but but as I said, this is why I wanted to show you what I do with my scraps, more so than showing what to do with some pattern paper, all those little bits and pieces. So I've got some panels that are roughly around about the 3 centimeters wide, maybe ish, and I've trimmed those strips down to varying sizes because I didn't have too many more of other things, so we just sort of trimmed them all down. And I'm going to piece those all in together just like a quilt, basically. I'm just having a play here and just checking out what I want and where I want it. And the good thing about having this panel that is already trimmed down, and it's 14.1 by 10 centimeters, is that you have the flexibility to trim off all those extra pieces that don't fit. It probably would have been much better to have like 14 by 10, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. So we're going to glue those down. This, as I said, we're doing a blog hop today for Not Too Shabby, and they have a new range out, and they are kindly, very generously donating their 6 lucky winners a 6x6 paper pad called Dots for Spring. So that's really, really cool of them and lovely. So I'm going to show you this, what I do with my scraps. I don't know what everyone else is doing. I can't wait to see what everyone else is doing. But I thought, let's show you how to use up some of those scraps. As I said, this is my favorite way to do it. It's good fun. It's easy, and it's just a bit of a puzzle. That's all. So I think just all you have to do is comment below, and one person's going to be picked randomly, and they'll get notified and they'll get a Dots for Spring 6x6 paper pad. So that's pretty cool. I'll also have down below a link over to their website and a link over to my blog, so you can see more photos as well as what I've used, which is pretty much the Wildflower paper range and some twine, some stickles, and some little pearly things. The good thing about Kaisercraft is that it just does have in their paper pad, you've got all the little tags, sentiments, you've got little borders, lots and lots of little bits and pieces that you can just pop out of the paper pack. So it's sort of like a, all-in-one card making sort of thing. You don't have any stamps, but they do have stamps that go with it. I've got a little bit of glue on my new craft mat. Can't do that. I'm loving this craft mat. It's Sullivan's. I just got it from Lincraft, and as of the 7th of April, they were currently on special. So it only cost me about $24, which is dirt cheap. here in Australia. So sorry if you've missed the special if you're here in Australia, but it was really good. It's just nice, and I've always wanted a black one, so there you go, I have a black one. So hopefully I've got to check out and make sure the colouring when I colour things that it's all right, because I tried a black matte once before, the other couple of videos ago, and I noticed that it was super yellow. So we're trimming off. As I said, the great thing about doing this already on a panel rather than trying to do it on your card base is that you can just trim it off. So we've got a Copic multi-liner, and this is a 0.5. And I'm going to put lots of little fake stitching over each of these panels. Now, if you put your elements down, your image, whatever you're going to use, you could just go around this, but I decided to do the whole darn lot. So there we go. I am going to cut very shortly, and I'll show you what it looks like in the end of it. But literally I'm like a couple of millimeters away from the edge of the card. See? From the edge of the paper, and just doing little dashes everywhere. Just trying to figure out where I'm going to place all my images. So you can see some of the paper range there. It's all the little tags and everything at the back. This little tag got a little bit lost because he's very florally, just like some of the other pattern paper. So we're just going to use this. I'm going to call it like a solid image only, because it's one solid color. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you've got the lighter purple and the darker purple, so your eyes sort of going to read it as dark, and it's just going to make it pop a little bit more against the florally papers. But we do need to punch a hole and get my little hole a little bit bigger. So we've got some twine. I'm going to go a little bit off screen here because I'm trying to get the little darling through the hole, and I'm going to use a little pick just to give him a little push through. I'm going to cut it nice and long just because I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet, so we'll see what happens. In the end, I do trim it down. The Kaiser Craft paper pads, they do have everything is all connected, so you do end up with little tags where it's held on, so I'm just trimming those off a little bit, and I've already done the tag and the other circle before. Well, that's going to be pretty much my design. We're going to mount those up with a bit of foam here and there. Some of this will be one layer of foam, some of it will be two. So where that little circle flower is, I'm going to put another one layer of foam underneath him. But what I'm going to do for the rest of it is double it up. So here I'm just trying to make sure that where I put it isn't going to be over that flower. Therefore all our elements are going to be flattish, you know what I mean? So we're just going to fiddle with that a little bit. And I'm going to do the same with the other little circle that we've got. Some of it's going to have foam underneath it, and then the other little bit is just going to be glue. And I do apologize if you can hear my son yelling in the background. We have Easter break here in Australia, and of course the boys are all home, and the boys are now little madlings of their own, so they are very much awake when I'm awake, or maybe I just go to bed too early. Anyway, it's hard to find quiet time right at this precise moment, so you may hear a bit of noise. But you know, the joys of parenthood, joys of teenage children. Just trying to figure out here what I was going to do, but I decided it was a little bit too thick, so we trimmed all that down. And I'm going to put a little glue dot right behind the little, it's sort of a knot, but you know, right at the base, top of the tag, just to help keep it all nice and pretty. We're going to come in with a little bit of white pearls. I just got these online. I can't tell you where they're from. And I'm going to well, first mount it up because I forgot that bit. But I'm going to use my crystal katana and we're going to place a couple. We've only used like 5 of them, so it's not too much. Doing my usual thing here, half uncovering the foam. As I've mentioned it here, the foam that we use here in Australia, once it's down, it's down, mate. It's well and truly stuck. Don't need quite that many pearls. And here's my little crystal katana, and we're going to stick these down with a little bit of multi matte medium. So I don't really know what I've told you already, because I already done one of these before and I realized my mic wasn't on. But anyway, down below in the description box will be a link over to my blog. It'll be a link to the Shabby website where you can pick up lots of pretty papers and lots of products over there. And there will also be a link to the next person in the hop. So that will be, you can hop over and just make sure you comment. Remember, make sure to comment, and then you'll be in the running for the Dots for Spring 6x6 paper bag. That's my card. Bye. Take care. See you next time.